Italy is a country where drama and scandal is never far away. But in Italy, there are different levels of drama and scandal. For example, criminal events, banking collapses, corruption, government collapsing. Italians are reasonably hardened to this level of chaos. But today I'm going to talk about something that's considered a national disaster and even a national humiliation, a crisis that's maybe even a scandal, something that might even have inspired Puccini perhaps. The top-level dramas typically revolve around the death of a pope, the performance of Ferrari in Formula One, and of course the Italian national football team. You will find many Italians who have got no interest in club football, but the nation grinds to a halt, at times literally, as the national side competes in major international tournaments. Of course, the current fervour is about the World Cup of 2026, hosted in America, Canada and Mexico. And no, this is not about something either of these two have said. The matter is that the Italian football team is not going to be there. And of course, the fallout is understandably epic. For those not very familiar with this, the World Cup is a global tournament of football, soccer to the Americans, and held every 4 years. Italy has won this tournament 4 times, 1934, 1938, 1982, and what a win that was, and 2006. In the 1990s, Italy's national club competition, Serie A, was a who's who of the best footballers from around the world. Baresi, Scirea, Buffon, Paolo Rossi, Baggio, Zola, Totti, Zoff and Maldini. These are giants of the game in their own era. So how has it all come to this? Gennaro Gattuso was appointed Commissario Tecnico, team manager, in 2025, when Italian qualification was already at risk. Gattuso, a former ferocious midfielder who had won the World Cup in 2006, he'd won Serie A with Milan, as well as winning the Champions League. The Italian Football Federation, FIGC, has been headed by Gabriele Gravina since 2018. Okay, so what's caused all this chaos? Simply put, Italy has failed to qualify for the World Cup for 3 consecutive tournaments in 2018, 2022 and 2026. Italy was in a qualifying group of 5 teams, lost to Norway twice, Norway finished top, and Italy lost a knockout qualifier with the team Bosnia-Herzegovina. And before we start, Italy had a man sent off for a genuine red card. They played a large part of the game with 10 men playing 11. They had chances they did not convert and were deservedly beaten by a better side on penalties, and even missed a number of penalty kicks as they did so. And no, it was not the referee's fault. No corruption, no incompetence either. Let's leave the 2002 World Cup and the infamous Byron Moreno for another video. There are now Italian teenagers who complain they have never seen Italy play in the World Cup, let alone win it. Gabriele Gravina resigned his post 2 days after the recent defeat, after sustained political pressure from Italian Sports Minister Andrea Abbodi, who said it is clear that Italian football needs to be rebuilt and that this process must begin with the renewal of the leadership of the Italian Football Federation. And remember, Gravina has overseen the period in which Italy failed to qualify on 3 separate consecutive occasions. Gattuso, the CT, resigned. Gianluigi Buffon, World Cup winning goalkeeper, the most capped international goalkeeper, most appearances as an Italian captain, a holder of the Serie A appearances record, a World Cup winner in 2006 who won 9 Serie A titles, has resigned from his international post in what he described as an act of responsibility. So what caused this calamity? Well, an Italian club side has not won the Champions League since the season 2009-2010. Serie A, the Italian club competition, struggles with huge debts, and it receives much less money from broadcasting rights compared to the Premier League in Great Britain. This means the standard of football is deteriorating and unlikely to change anytime soon. Many of the club stadiums, redeveloped in time for the 1990 World Cup, are now old and in need of significant redevelopment. Slow political and bureaucratic processes are hampering efforts to refresh this infrastructure. This is also putting attempts to hold future tournaments in Italy at risk. Italian club sides often prioritise signing foreign players over developing young Italian talent, which can take a long time. Serie A leaders Inter Milan have 10 Italian players in their squad, including 2 dual nationals. Como has only 2 Italian players in its squad. Italian football remains slower and more tactical rather than the faster attacking football seen in other top European leagues. The same people have remained at the Italian Football Federation in this period when FIGC has failed to modernise or address the wider underlying issues of Italian football. This problem has descended further into a catastrophe by the present Italian football squad being described as technically inferior, less passionate about playing for their country, and more interest in social media and fame. Looks like this is going to go on for some time. Click here to get even closer to Italy and Sicily.